Hey everyone, I want you to picture this with me for a second. It's Christmas morning, 1962. A kid named Tommy unwraps his single gift, a wooden toy truck his father carved by hand. His eyes light up as if he'd received a palace. He spends the entire day playing with it, shows it to every neighbor, and sleeps with it beside his bed for months. Now cut to Christmas morning, 2024. 8-year-old Mason sits surrounded by dozens of unopened boxes, already bored after the first few gifts. "Is this all?" he asks, scrolling through his tablet while expensive toys lay forgotten around him. By New Year's, most will be shoved in a closet, replaced by demands for the next new thing. If you've ever felt that frustration, that sense of, why isn't this enough? You're not alone. We've all seen it. By the end of this video, I'm going to share some timeless principles from a generation that got it right, our grandparents, and show you how we can raise grateful kids in a world of entitlement. So, what happened between Tommy's generation and Mason's? How did we go from children who treasured a single handmade toy to kids who feel entitled to endless abundance? The answer, as I found out, lies not in going backward, but in rediscovering some forgotten wisdom. I spoke with Dorothy Harrison, an amazing 87-year-old who raised 5 children in the 50s and 60s. She says, "People today think we were depriving our children, but we understood something that seems to have gotten lost. Children who get everything appreciate nothing." Her approach was simple but profound. "My children had to earn privileges, contribute to the household, and understand that resources were limited. When my daughter wanted a bicycle, she saved her allowance for 8 months and helped her father with yard work every weekend. When she finally got that bike, she treated it like treasure because she understood its value." This wasn't unique. It was the prevailing wisdom of generations who lived through real scarcity. Dr. Christine Carter, a sociologist, calls this beneficial constraints. Children had to wait, work, and contribute before receiving. This wasn't punishment. It was character development. They were building what psychologists now call gratitude muscles and frustration tolerance. Science, it turns out, validates what our elders knew instinctively. Dr. Robert Emmons Davis found that people who regularly practice gratitude experience 25% greater happiness, 40% better sleep, and significantly stronger relationships. But here's the crucial part. Gratitude isn't automatic, it's learned. And the window for learning it effectively is childhood. Dr. Laurie Santos, who teaches Course on Happiness, puts it bluntly: "We've created a generation of children who expect instant gratification and unlimited resources. Then we wonder why rates of anxiety, depression, and dissatisfaction are skyrocketing. Our grandparents understood that struggle and appreciation go hand in hand." A University of California San Diego study tracked 1,000 families and found that children who had to contribute effort before receiving something they wanted showed 43% higher intrinsic motivation as adults, 31% better financial skills, and significantly lower rates of anxiety. Let me tell you about Michael, now 82, who grew up during the Great Depression. "We had 1 orange each for Christmas," he recalls. "But the anticipation, the gratitude, the way we savored every section, that orange was more precious than any gift my grandchildren receive today." His family practiced what he calls earned abundance. Children contributed to household tasks as family members with responsibilities. "I milked the cow every morning before school from age 10. My sister tended the vegetable garden. We understood that our family's well-being depended on everyone contributing. When we got something special, we knew it came from collective effort and sacrifice." The key insight? Frank's children learned that they were part of something larger than themselves and that their contributions mattered. Or take the story of Rose Chen, 79, who immigrated to America in 1965. She noticed that in this new world of abundance, other kids were quickly becoming demanding. So she kept her old ways. Each child had to name 3 things they were grateful for at dinner. They could only receive new clothes when old ones were worn out. They earned money for extras through household contributions. Her American friends thought she was too strict, but her children grew up to be adults who appreciate what they have and find joy in simple things. The modern entitlement epidemic. The statistics paint a concerning picture. Rates of narcissistic traits among college students have increased by 30% since 1982. A 2023 University of Michigan study found that 67% of parents report their children expect, rather than appreciate, gifts and privileges. Dr. Tim Kasser, a psychology professor, explains that when children grow up believing they're entitled to abundance without contribution, they develop an external locus of control. They believe good things should just happen to them, rather than understanding that satisfaction comes from effort and appreciation. This leads to adults who struggle with delayed gratification, change jobs when faced with challenges, and find little meaning because they were never taught that meaningful things require effort and patience. Jennifer Wallace, author of Never Enough, says, "Parents tell me they want to raise grateful kids, but then they remove every obstacle, fulfill every desire, and wonder why their children don't appreciate anything. The path to gratitude runs through understanding scarcity, contribution, and earned rewards. But there is hope. Meet the Thompson family." When they realized their 3 children were becoming ungrateful, they implemented what they call Great Depression parenting. They created a family economy. Each child has responsibilities that contribute to the household and earns family currency for things like screen time or special outings. The transformation was remarkable. Within 3 months, our 8-year-old was asking if he could help with dinner to earn currency for a toy he wanted. Our teenage daughter started taking pride in maintaining the family garden. Instead of demanding things, they started planning and working toward goals. The key insight? The children developed what psychologists call agency, the understanding that their actions directly impact their outcomes. Similarly, the Rodriguez family implemented Gratitude Saturdays, where each family member shares something they're grateful for, and they do an activity that costs no money. At first, our teenagers complained, admits Father Carlos. But after 6 months, they started suggesting activities. They began noticing and appreciating simple pleasures. Most importantly, they stopped constantly asking for new things because they were finding satisfaction in what we already had. The science of appreciation and practical wisdom. Neuroscientist Dr. Alex Korb explains that gratitude literally rewires the brain. When children regularly practice appreciation, it strengthens neural pathways associated with contentment and weakens pathways associated with craving and dissatisfaction. But this only happens through consistent practice. Gratitude must be earned through experience, not taught through lectures. So based on research and these successful modern families, here's a framework to raise grateful children using timeless principles. Create beneficial constraints, limit gifts, use a one-in, one-out policy for toys, and have a clear distinction between needs and wants. Institute meaningful contribution. Give children age-appropriate household responsibilities that matter. Practice earned rewards. Tie privileges like screen time to completed responsibilities, or allow them to earn a desired item through saving and contributing. Model appreciation. Regularly express gratitude for simple things yourself and share stories from previous generations about resourcefulness. Create scarcity experiences. Do things like camping with minimal amenities or volunteering with less fortunate families to help them understand abundance. The long-term vision and the call to reclaim this wisdom. Eleanor Peterson, 91, who raised 6 successful children, offers this perspective. People think gratitude is about saying thank you, but real gratitude is a way of seeing the world. It's understanding that everything good in your life came from someone's work, sacrifice, or love. Children who understand this become adults who contribute rather than consume. Our grandparents didn't have to compete with social media and hyper-consumer culture, but their principles still apply. We just need to adapt them. For social media, create offline appreciation time. For peer pressure, help children understand that true satisfaction comes from appreciation rather than comparison. And for instant gratification, deliberately create waiting periods. The most beautiful part? When families raise grateful children, the benefits extend far beyond the household. Communities with more appreciative young people show lower crime rates, higher levels of volunteer participation, and better civic engagement. As a child psychologist, Dr. Dan Kindlin observes, Grateful children become adults who solve problems rather than creating them, who contribute to their communities rather than just consuming from them. In a world where children can access anything instantly, perhaps it's time to ask, what would our grandparents do? They'd probably start by helping children understand that everything they had was a gift. Once a child truly understands that, gratitude becomes as natural as breathing. So here's your challenge. Start with one of these ideas this week. Institute daily gratitude sharing at dinner. Create one meaningful household responsibility for your child. Or plan one constrained experience. It's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent, just like they were. I hope you find this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Now go build that gratitude in your kids. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.